EV906.
EV906, 4-channel electric stimulator, which, pretty good one for the money. The flaws are, the batteries go dead very fast. However, I can plug it in through there and then you don't have to worry about batteries, which is what I usually recommend, and it makes the electric stim about 10% more intense. I'm always looking for more. But to program it, the way I program it for my go-to program, which is a 10-50-10 based on the Russian stimulation duty cycle, however not using the Russian stimulation waveform, but using a asymmetrical biphasic square wave, which is my second favorite wave, you would turn on the power, select the mode. So the mode I use to work out or to train people is S. So you push through the mode button and it brings you through B, which I almost never use, N, which I almost never use, I think N, M, which is not a bad little modulatory pain thing, feels pretty good. I wouldn't use it to strengthen. SD1 I never use, SD2 I never use, C is how I get it started, and S is where I want to have my settings on. This one's already set, but I'll just go through it. So now that I have it on S, I push set it, I put it to, and these are my control buttons, up or down. Ramp I want to be 1 second. Then I go to how long I want my contraction to be. I want it to be 10 seconds. It's already there, but I go up more, down less. 10 seconds is my favorite. Okay, off time, 52, 53, whatever you want. I like 50 is my favorite. Someday I may change my mind, but 50 is still my favorite. Width, okay, 300 is the max. If it went higher, I would go higher, but 300 is pretty good. It's a pretty powerful machine. But that's 300 microseconds. That's how long your pulse width is, which you combine pulse width with amplitude of how many milliamps you use, and that gives you how powerful your stimulation is. And that's it. And so now when I'm trying to set someone up with this, okay, so if I'm going to use this, I plug my wire into the channel I'm going to use. I'm going to use just one for demonstration. Plug my wires deeply into my favorite go-to pads. There's a blog on why I like these pads the best. Sometimes I use other pads, but 95% of the time at least I use those. And so then I'll use strap. And I use the furry side in, Velcro side out, such that I can just, oh, that's an electrical burn from trying a different brand of stimulator that's not biphasic. It was monophasic. I don't like monophasic stim. Okay, so that's an aside. Boom. I will spray my pads, make them dripping wet. Then without dumping the water off, I stick them over the main part of my muscle belly that I'm interested in contracting. I had these straps made. I had them custom made from China so they would cover up the full diameter of the pad. I want good contact. Good contact doesn't sting. So if your pads are stinging, your straps may be too loose, or your pads aren't wet enough, or your skin's too dry. So that is on. Calf's kind of a rough thing to stim if you aren't standing on it, because your muscles will contract so hard you can't absorb it. You can't counterbalance it. But if I'm standing on it, at least with this stim machine, it should be okay. And so I press my power button now. I go mode, okay, to where that says C, so I have a continuous contraction. And now that I'm there, I take the channel I'm working on, channel 1 for channel 1, and I just start upping my milliamps to as much as I can take. And I'm feeling it pretty strong right now. Okay, hella strong. Not Globus strong, but it's pretty darn strong, and it's wanting to push me over, but it's not lifting me up. And now I want to get off of C, okay, press mode one more time, and now I go to S. So that's going to give me a 10-second contraction, followed by 50 seconds of rest. So it's pushing me around a little bit. Calves are, like if I was doing this on my arms, it would be probably more than I could take. If I could do it on my abs, a little less than I can take now, but I can take a lot. On my calves, it's definitely not overwhelming. I would want more stim, but even with if I use the globus on my calves, you know, it pushes me up on my toes, and I don't know, I don't like to stim calves. The only reason I do it right now is it's easy and handy. But if someone has weak muscles on their calves, then stim is great. In my case, my calves are not weak enough that I'd rather just work out. But thighs, stim works great. Abs, it's better than anything, better than any exercise in my opinion. And so things just resting, I'm resting for 50 seconds, which give me a good amount of rest so that when it hits, it's gonna hit hard. And for this video, we'll let it go through. Oh, and there we go. So my muscle's contracting, it's pushing me around. That's how I program an EV906.